Hi everyone, Bree Stevens here with Lake Life Realty, and I am at a property over in Tufton Borough. And from my live this week, I was thinking about what I could share, and now is the time to start thinking, if you haven't already. It's getting late, it's a little chilly, I'm kind of shaking out here, is the preparation for the winter if you own a waterfront property. So I'm going to turn around and show you the beautiful view out here. And you see, this property still has a few things to address prior to the ice coming, and that is the moorings. So if you own a waterfront property, it would be highly recommended to take the mooring balls out. So what would happen is you can do it yourself, hire someone to do so. You go out and that's the mooring ball right there. The chain gets disconnected from the mooring ball, and usually people will put on there a gallon bucket all duct taped up so it doesn't leak, and attach the chain to that. A buoy would work just as fine. So it is recommended that if you have a mooring, to take it in so it doesn't get damaged, and you put that out there instead. So that is one thing I wanted to remind people to do. Other things they need to do: so this is a boathouse here, part over the water, part not, and this would have an bubbler, also known as an aquatherm, which is a fan. So the fan would go and get placed out in front here, and it's run off a electric circulation, and that's on a timer. So that needs to go in prior to winter time. And the importance of that is its circulation prevents the ice from freezing around the structure here. So it will prevent and protect the boathouse from any damage that the ice would cause if it was to form and freeze around it. So it keeps the space open in front of the boathouse. Also, when you're in the wintertime and you are snowmobiling, you want to be careful because there are many properties that do have these bubblers, aquatherms, that have and create open water in the wintertime. So this property needs to do that before the wintertime comes, and make sure that that is all taken care of. Other things that's going to happen at this property, I'll talk a little bit about permits, is this has a dredge permit. So this property's dredge permit comes up in April. This is now the best time to dredge, and they're going to be dredging from the boathouse and the dock here out for what the permit has. And the water's obviously lower, so you can see how much bigger this beach is. Usually it is beyond and above where this rock is. That's usually where the beach is. So much bigger beach right now currently. So they're going to be dredging this property before the ice comes and take care of that piece before winter time. This is a seasonal dock, so this needs to come out. What happens with a seasonal dock, there are two types of seasonal docks. This one completely comes out. So what I'm standing on here are sections of platform that are just resting on the base of the dock. So these sections of wood will come up in pieces, and they will get stacked up on the lawn up here. I'll show you an example of the one next door. So then they'll take all the posts out, and everything would be taken out, so there is no structure over the water at all. Other properties that have a seasonal dock have a crank up. There's a wench and it cranks up, so you still take these paneled pieces one section at a time, stack them on the ground, but instead of also taking out the base, you crank up the aluminum base and it suspends over the water. With this kind of property, you have the bubbler, so you're still going to have open water out into the lake. If you just have a seasonal dock like this only, or a wenched up seasonal dock, unless your neighbors have bubblers, you'd be able to go off onto the lake with snowmobile, ice skate, snowshoe, you name it. So I'm going to show you over here. So this is their dock that is in its pieces for the season. Next door here, they've had the company come out, taking it out section by section. So this is what it looks like. This is what the dock I just showed you will look like when it's done. So it's coming out in these sections here till it goes back in next year. And then you can see the base. That's also their canopy as well. right there. So it's important to get these things done prior to the snowfall, prior to the ice freezing on the lake, to make sure that your boat structures, your dock structures, your boathouse are protected, so that in the springtime you're not on the big list of things that are damaged. So very important to note that. One thing, and why this dock is still in, I don't actually think they really need to come in, but it's going to be easier for them to measure, is Center Harbor Dock and Pier is going to be coming here and establishing if this dock can be extended. So they'll be coming out, and what they can do to determine how long this dock can actually get is it's based off the volume of water. So they come out and they establish at high water mark for the lake, if a 25 foot long by 8 foot wide by 3 foot deep, that is the volume that they're measuring for at high water mark. So they're going to come out and establish, currently at this end of the dock slip, they'll take 25 feet by 8 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and establish where that is, so that we can get a permit for this property to go out further, because it is a shallow spot. So that is what they are doing at this property here. Other things to note while I'm out here and thinking of educational, valuable things for you. This is a walk-in beach. We get asked many times why they can't get a walk-in beach anymore. So this is grandfathered in. You cannot have a walk-in beach if it doesn't already exist. It's to prevent erosion from going into the water, protect the lake. So what you can do is what I call do a glorified sandbox. It's called a perch beach, and there's different parameters on what properties would allow for that via permit. But a grandfathered feature of this, which adds value to a lot of properties, is a walk-in beach. A sandy one at that. Very desirable for people. Easy access in and out of the water. So it's a beautiful night out here. That is the Melvin Village Town Beach and their little wharf there. And you can see, just losing all the sun now. It's beautiful out. So if you have any questions more about winterization for your property, for your waterfront property, permitting stuff when it comes to docks or shoreland, reach out. We do have an awesome page on our website. So if you go to lakeliferealty.net and you go to our menu bar and you go down to landscaping lake life, there is a huge frequently asked questions section, and that has so many answers collected for you in regards to the things I mentioned, and they go into detail on them when it comes to moorings, what kind of properties can get moorings or not, what's entailed for that, when can you extend your dock, what do you need a permit for if your boathouse doesn't have the bubbler and it gets crushed by the ice this season. So all fun things, all frequently asked questions we get all the time from our clients, our buyers, and it's super helpful, so we wanted to have that available to the public. So definitely check out the website for that information. We're also a wealth of knowledge as well, so just reach out to us and we can help guide you in that way as well. So hopefully everyone has contacted or has done themselves their dock dismantling, placed their bubblers, their aquatherms for their permanent docks or boathouses, and are ready for winter to begin. I'm not so ready, but nonetheless, that's kind of the scoop on an example for this property. So hopefully that was helpful for everyone. Again, if you have questions, reach out to us. We're happy to help, and we just love, helping and educating people on these things. So reach out, and hope you have a great week. Thanks. Bye.